Hey guys, I'm sitting here with my brand new JYM Strength Bands. And for those of you who've been following me for many years know that I've been a huge proponent for elastic bands or strength bands, whatever you want to call them. Now, the JYM kit comes with 400 pounds, more than 400 pounds of band resistance. So the heaviest ones are the orange one, and there's two of each color or resistance. The orange ones provide 30 pounds of resistance. You've got two of the purple, those are your 23 pounders, and then so forth on down. The black are your 19. Blue provides you 13 pounds of resistance. The red is going to give you 8 pounds. Green gets you 5 pounds. And then the yellow are 3 pounds of resistance. So what this allows you to do is, now what's unique about the body elastic bands is the fact that it doesn't have the handles on. So you can change your handles based on what you're doing, whether you're doing arm exercises, you're directly putting the bands on, like say you're doing curls. And what's nice about this ring system with the handles is you can put on multiple bands so that you're getting you're increasing your resistance. So you can add 30. If you want to go to 35 pounds, just add the green to the orange, and now you've got basically 35 pounds of resistance. Or if you want to, increase it even more, put on the yellow, now you've got 38, etc. So you can have a variety of resistance from the bands. Just like with free weight training, I'm a huge proponent of changing up your rep ranges and your resistance. So this allows you to do just like you do with free weights or machines, change up your resistance by small increments, which is going to allow you to periodize your routines. Now, in the kit, you get 6 of the handles, and there's also 6 of the ankle straps. These are far more versatile than just tying them to your ankle. You can do hand-free movements by putting these on your arms. If you see my videos showing shoulder lateral raises and even chest movements where you're doing hand-free movement, this allows you to do that with bands. Also, this allows an easy attachment to a barbell. You just put these on the end of the barbell for your resistance. You just slide right on, and it's simple to do. You can watch my video on how to set up the bands as well. But also, in addition to the handles and the ankle straps, it has 2 door anchors for those who are training at home or on the road. I bring these bands with me when I travel, wherever I go, even if I know I'm going to have a gym available. Sometimes, even though I have a gym available in a hotel, depending on where I travel, I may choose, even though I have access to a full gym, I may actually choose to use just the bands because it's such a unique type of resistance. And that's what we call linear variable resistance. And what that means is that when you're using the bands, the further you pull them, the harder they get. So for example, if I was doing, let's say it was a shoulder press, for example. If I'm doing a shoulder press with bands, the further I go through the range of motion, the more pull I'm putting on the band, the further I pull that band, the harder it gets to continue pushing. That's your linear variable resistance, meaning the resistance is changing as you go through the range of motion. It's less here, more here, more here, and gradually increases resistance the further I go through that range of motion all the way to the top position in this case. What that's allowing me to do is to recruit more muscle fibers, particularly more fast twitch muscle fibers, because as I'm going through that range of motion, it's getting harder and harder to continue stretching those bands and to press my arm up. That means the further I go, the harder the resistance is getting, I have to use more muscle fibers from the deltoids to continue pushing that band up. What does that do? Well, that does a number of things. First of all, it helps to increase power, because what you're doing is you're continuing to press and recruit muscle fibers as you go. Typically when you do a press with a free weight, let's say I'm doing a shoulder press with a dumbbell, when I press the weight up, I actually, as I get closer to that, I have to slow down the movement. Because if I don't slow the movement down, the dumbbell will literally leave my hands. Okay, that's what you get with a free weight. You have a dead weight in your hand. As you press it up, you actually press as hard and as fast as you can, but as you get to the top, you have to literally slow down that movement, or the dumbbell will continue moving, or whatever you're using, barbell, dumbbell, kettlebell. With bands, you don't have to slow it down because the resistance is increasing. So you're actually continuing to press as forcefully and as hard and as fast as you can through the entire range of motion, which allows you to produce more power. And power is important not only for athletic performance, but also for your strength. So that's going to help you increase your overall strength when you go to free weights and you're doing barbell or dumbbell shoulder presses. It's going to make a big difference in your strength gains. So that's why I'm a huge proponent of using bands, because it's a different type of resistance. It's a type of resistance that free weights can't even provide. I'm not saying that they're better than free weights, but I'm saying that they work very well as an adjunct to your free weight training, whether you do them as exercises alone with just bands, or if you combine them with free weights, like doing a barbell bench press with the bands. And the research supports this. It shows that athletes who actually add band training to their regimen make better strength and power gains than those who are using free weights alone. A lot of people ask, well, what's the difference between your set and the standard body elastic set? Well, the gym set has this unique band, what's called a band barrier. And this is something that I specifically worked with them to develop. And it just Velcros right on to the bands. And now, this is where your tether point is, and it helps to protect the bands from the friction that they're normally going to get from that tether point. Or if you're doing an exercise where you're standing on them as well, that's also tends to be a problem, because that friction on the bands can cause that tearing. So you can stand on the band barrier, and that protects the band. So if you're doing your curls or your lateral raises or shoulder presses, whatnot. So that's one of the unique pieces that you're going to get in the gym system bag. And much like my supplements, I designed this for myself. I had a huge problem with breaking bands because of the explosive exercises that I do when I do my cardiac acceleration or when I just do my power training with bands. I was breaking a lot of bands, despite the fact that these are very high quality, resilient bands. Because I use so much power and force and the friction on the bands, I was breaking bands all the time. So I wanted to create this so that doesn't happen to myself, but it also doesn't happen to you guys. It certainly increases the life expectancy, if you will, of the band. So that's one of the unique things that you're going to get with the JYM band system. You're also going to get my strength band pamphlet. It just covers the benefits of the bands. I talk about linear variable resistance, but also it comes with my band blasting workout, which is a cardio acceleration style workout. All right there for you. It also comes with my Superman ebook printed out as an actual booklet here. And now the Superman program is basically created for free weights, but it's very easy to adapt the bands to this training program. Whether you do it in addition to the free weights, like if you want to add the bands to the bench press and the barbell row, that's a great way. Or if you're training at home, you can do each one of these exercises with just the bands alone and still do the Superman strength program. Now, the other thing that my JYM bands come with is a 1-month free membership to my website, jimstepani.com. There you're going to get all my other band programs. You'll get my 4-week band challenge. I've got a bunch of other band workouts there, but also instruction on how to do the band exercises. You can click on the link and you can see me demonstrate how to do that particular band exercise. But also the bands come with a poster that does also demonstrate some of the exercises for you as well, and just some general tips on how to use the bands. But like I said, this is handy, but with the free month of membership, you can get onto my website and actually see this in person, seeing me demonstrate the exercises and follow the programs that I designed specifically to be used for bands, which are the programs that I use myself when I train with bands. So now you guys have access to those workout programs that I've designed, not only for myself, but for everyone to use. So look for the JYM bands they're at Amazon.com. A lot of people are asking if I'm selling them on the Gym Supplement Science site or bodybuilding.com. The answer right now is no. We're exclusive with Amazon at the moment, but as soon as anything changes, I will definitely let you guys know on that. But like I said, definitely check out the JYM Strength Bands to take your training to a whole new level.